21st February 2022. Morning Murli. Shanti. BapDada. Madhuban. Sweet children, the Father has come to make you children as bodiless as He is. When you become bodiless, you will be able to return home with the Father. Question. By following which of the Father's orders can you become a constant yogi? Answer. The Father's first order is, children, you have to forget your bodies. If you forget them and have the faith that you are souls, you will be able to have constant remembrance of the Father. Always make this one lesson firm. I, the soul, am a resident of the incorporeal world. Through this, the ego of your body will end. If your intellect has no remembrance of bodily beings, you can become a constant yogi. Song. Having found you, we have found the whole world. The earth and the sky belong to us. Shanti. Who said this? The soul said it. Om means I am an embodiment of peace. All of those matters have to be understood. First of all, have the faith that you are a soul. I, the soul, am first and afterwards I received this body. Whose child am I? The soul, that of the ocean of peace, the ocean of knowledge, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. He is ever peaceful. We souls shed our bodies and take others to play our parts. Shivbaba is without an image. He does not have an image of his own. You have your own images, means bodies. You continue to speak. The Father says, I am always without an image. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar have subtle images, whereas I am without an image. Your souls also reside with me in the land beyond sound. Baba, who is without an image, sits and speaks this knowledge to us. You souls listen to him. The Father says, remember me. This is the land of sorrow. People say, we are impure. But who made them so impure? The Father did not make you that, did he? You sing the praise of the Father as being the mother and father. All the people of Bharat remembered the infinite happiness they received from him. This is a brotherhood. And when you come into physical, there is creation through Brahma, the father of people. Souls are imperishable, but you cannot say that this is a fatherhood. Sannyasis say Shivoham, means I am Shiv, and so are you? Or they even say that God is omnipresent, and so everyone becomes the father. This is against the law. Children call out to claim their inheritance of liberation and liberation in life. When you come here, you consider yourselves to be souls and you remember the Father. I am a soul. It is not that I am the Supreme Soul. I am a soul, and we are all children of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. All of you are children of Brahma and grandchildren of shivbaba. Everyone remembers the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. People say, oh God, the Father. However, if you call him omnipresent, how would you receive the inheritance? On the path of devotion, everyone remembers God. God is only one, and all of you are devotees. There are innumerable brides, but only one bridegroom, the beloved. He is the Father, and all the rest are children. Therefore, do not remember anyone else. The Father's orders are, oh children, do not even remember this body. Consider yourselves to be souls. The soul says, I am sorrowful and degraded. There is no deity kingdom here. 5,000 years ago in Bharat, there used to be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. As were the king and queen, so were the subjects. All were very happy. There was never untimely death and there was very few people in existence. The people of Bharat have all forgotten that their Bharat was previously heaven. They even speak of heavenly God, the Father. The incorporeal world cannot be called heaven. Remember that our souls are residents of the incorporeal world. You should not remember anyone else. Renounce body consciousness, consider yourselves to be souls, and remember the Father. The Kumbh Mela is not the beautiful meeting of the confluence age. The confluence is the end of the Iron Age and the beginning of the Golden Age. The Iron Age is the impure world where not a single being is pure. Though there are the great souls too, not a single one of them is pure. All of them say this world is impure. People go to the Kumbha to become pure. They bathe in the Ganges. So surely they must be impure. Sages and holy men all go there to become pure. The Father says, I come when there is a lot of degradation and when people are experiencing a lot of sorrow. I come and uplift all of them. I come to uplift the stone intellects as well as the sages and holy men, etc. Because they are not pure souls. There isn't anyone pure in the impure world, and there isn't anyone impure in the pure world. That is the law. Sages and holy men do not consider themselves to be great souls. They consider themselves to be God. They say Shivoham, means I am Shiv. The ancient great souls used to say that God is infinite. That is, He, the Creator, and His creation are infinite. In that case, how could He take you to the land of Nirvana? They do not know that Bharat was liberated in life. At that time, there were no other religions. There were just those of the Sun and Moon dynasties. Those of the Sun dynasty changed and became part of the Moon dynasty. They had to take rebirth. They take 84 rebirths, not 8.4 million rebirths. That is a great lie. There is the day of Brahma and the night of Brahma. And so there has to be 84 births. The Father sits here and explains, now do not remember anyone else. I, the soul, am the child of most beloved, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Do not think that all are forms of God. That is impossible. Thus is the one mistake people have made. The Father is one and all the rest are the children. All souls are brothers. Then, when you entered a body, you call the father of people Brahma, the great-great-grandfather. First of all, there are Brahmins. The variety form image has been shown in Bharat. Brahmins are the top knot, the highest on high children of God. You have now become God's children. You have now become grandsons and granddaughters of Shivbaba, children of Brahma. All souls are children of Shivbaba. You are receiving the inheritance from Shivbaba. Shivbaba is the one who fills your aprons, whereas Maya is the one who empties them. It is sung that the purifier is Sita's Ram. However, people have the silver age Ram and Sita in their intellects. Your children know the golden and silver ages are the land of happiness. There is no name or trace of sorrow there. The purifier, the father of all, is only one. Here, people even go to the Hanuman temple and say, you are the mother and father. How could that be possible? The bestower of salvation for all, the purifier, is only one. He is the ocean of knowledge. Rivers that emerge from an ocean are simply water. Water cannot be the purifier. It is not said in any other land that by bathing in the water you can become pure and attain liberation. It is not possible. One is liberation and the other is liberation in life. There is only one who is the bestower of salvation, and liberation. This is the impure world. The people of Bharat know that 5000 years ago there used to be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in Bharat. There were no other lands then. You have forgotten the aspect of 5000 years. All the other lands came into existence later. There is so much expansion now. Children, always remember that when you are listening to Baba, you must not think that it is this Dada or Brahma speaking. Shivbaba, who is the creator of all, sits here and explains the significance of creation. Rishis and Munis have been saying that God is infinite and that they do not know Him. Since you Brahmins have the faith that Baba is giving you the knowledge of Himself and creation, you are theists. He makes you Trikaldarshi. Rishis and Munis are not Trikaldarshi. The Father says even deities are not Trikaldarshi. Only you Brahmins are Trikaldarshi. Thus is the top knot of Brahmins. The new creation is created through Brahmins. You are the most elevated. You are making Bharat the most elevated of all by following the Father Srimad. Srimad comes from God, not Krishna. Krishna is not the purifier. The purifier is only one. He is the Father of all. Always remember that you souls are listening through your organs. Be soul conscious. I gave you souls thus knowledge. This is why it is remembered that when the Sadguru gives the ointment of knowledge, the darkness of ignorance is dispelled. He is the purifier, the bestower of salvation. The Father creates the children, becomes their teacher and educates them, and then becomes their guru and grants them salvation. Only the one Father, who is the bestower of salvation, sends us into salvation. Your children are studying in order to go to the new world, that is to change from humans into deities. Thus impure human world will end and it will become the world of deities. At present, although people worship deities, they do not know that they definitely belong to the deity religion. The religion is said to be that of the ones they worship. The people of Bharat used to have the original eternal deity religion. It used to be heaven. Now people say that human beings take 8.4 million births. Do all of them take so many births? If there were so many hundreds of thousands of births, you would need such a long cycle. Thus, predestined play is created according to the drama. Whatever has passed is the drama. Only your children know the incorporeal world and the subtle region. Your children are Swadarsan Chakradhari. Those people say that Vishnu is Swadarsan Chakradhari. The Father explains two forms of Vishnu, Lakshmi and Narayan, are not Swadarsan Chakradhari. Only you Brahmins are Swadarsan Chakradhari. There is such a lot of difference. Those people have said that Krishna had a Swadarsan Chakra which he used on the battlefield and that the Kauravas were killed by it. However, deities can never perform violence. They are doubly non-violent. Neither do they have any vices nor do they battle. The greatest violence is to make one another drink poison, to use the sword of lust. The Father says, you have been experiencing sorrow through that form, its beginning, through the middle to the end. In the golden age, they didn't use the sword of lust. It was the viceless kingdom. They were full of all virtues, completely viceless, and followed the highest code of conduct. There was no violence. At this time, it is the kingdom of Ravan. The five vices are omnipresent, whereas people say that God is omnipresent. For what use are the planes, etc., that have been invented through science in the last 100 years. They are being tried out. All of those things will be useful to you in the future. Everything will be destroyed through them at this time, and they will then be used to give happiness. Here there is happiness as well as sorrow. This is called the pump of Maya. It is good if destruction takes place. People call out, purifier, come. What should I come and do? Baba, come and establish heaven once again so that we can attain happiness. The Father explains, children, this play is predestined. The Father creates the land of happiness and then Ravan makes it into the land of sorrow. From the land of silence, souls first go to the land of happiness. It is only pure souls who come. At present, all souls are impure. This is why they remember Baba and call out to him. The Father is also bound by the bondage of the drama. The Father says, I have to come when everyone is experiencing sorrow. This is the confluence of the end of the Iron Age and the beginning of the Golden Age. People have the Kumbh Mela at a confluence. It is a meeting of the ocean and the rivers of water. You say this is the confluence of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, with us souls. Baba does not have a body of his own. The Father says, children, I definitely need a body to give you knowledge. Otherwise, how could I speak? This is why I adopt you. You have not personally come in front of God through Brahma. You know you are the children of God. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul asks, how can I come? Whom should I enter? I definitely have to come into the impure world in an impure body. All of you are now ugly. The Father says, all of you were beautiful but have now become ugly. The name of all of you is Sham Sundar, means ugly and beautiful. You have now become ugly. Krishna is called Sham Sundar. Bharat was truly beautiful in the beginning. It was golden age and the elements were first class. There were no handicapped or crippled people there. Krishna is the number one Sham Sundar soul. Shivbaba takes the support of this one's, means Brahma's body, and makes him, as well as you children, beautiful from ugly. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point, we Brahmins are the highest top knots. Stay in this intoxication and do the service of making Bharat the most elevated by following Srimad. Be theist and make others the same. Second point, renounce any ego of the body and become soul conscious. Make full effort to become those without an image, means bodiless. Blessing, may you be an image of experience who has experienced every power and virtue through your elevated effort. Explanation, the greatest authority is experience. Just as you think and say the soul is an embodiment of peace and an embodiment of happiness, in the same way, experience each virtue and power and become lost in those experiences. When you say embodiment of peace, then being that form, let yourselves and other experience peace. You speak of the powers, but let that power and virtue be experienced at the right time. To be an image of experience is a sign of elevated effort. So, increase your experiences. Slogan, with the experience of perfection, become a contented soul, and there will be no name or trace of lack of attainment. Om Shanti